Good afternoon and welcome everyone for this wonderful afternoon. It's my pleasure to introduce Pankaj, Prakash, alias Priyan Seema in today's Self-Discovery 3.0. And ever since she came into MiDNA Global, she has been steadily progressing, slow and steady, win the race kind of progress. And she is very slow, and at the same time, whatever she grasps with maximum clarity. So I found her to be all the time keep trying and motivating others, very polite in communicating, and has so much of talent and abilities. But just because it is more on the sensory side of the brain, it comes with over a period of time with more and more exposure and experience. Her clarity is very good. We have seen her, giving the yoga sessions, taking up meditation-related classes, and also of late she has been a faculty for this Spark program as well. So she always needs a person to just push her into some activity, and I think we have done that to a good extent. And of late, we have found that she has one great motivator and a person who will push her into performances as a spouse. And today, we are going to hear a lot about whatever she has discovered in the process of her journey till date. And as like any one of you, I am also equally excited and curious to hear from her. Yes, now the floor is open. Priyansi, please proceed.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your kind words. And good afternoon, everybody. My appropriate salutations to all of you, all the dignitaries present over here, all the MiDNA family members, all the guests, my senior counselors, just my greetings to everyone. I welcome all of you to this session. And this is the session of self-discovery 3.0. And if you can see in this slide, a question mark, then you are so intelligent. But if inside that question mark, if you can see a face of the female, then you are a genius. She is none other than me, still searching the meaning of life, still searching that what is the real face of me. So just in the searching of self. So this is the session Self-Discovery 3.0. First of all, the first phase which is known to the world, and that is my persona, my personality, which is known to the world, and you can say my outer aura or the outer shell. So my name is Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Prakash, born in Jalandhar city, Punjab, and brought up at Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh, MP, and married in Jammu, J&K. Now it's the Union Territory. At the time of marriage, I was graduate only. And after my marriage, I pursued my studies and I have completed my B.Ed, M.Ed, M.A., PhD, all the education I have completed after marriage. So for this, I am so grateful to my husband and for his support. And I have worked in B.Ed college also and degree college also as a lecturer. And I'm associated with Osho Fragrance, and there I'm a meditation guide. I translate some of the books of Osho for different publications from English to Hindi. And as you all know that I'm the consultant of MiDNA also, associated with just renowned institution MiDNA. And I'm the Reiki healer also, energy healer, and I'm assistant yoga teacher of Patanjali Yogpeeth. And nowadays I'm pursuing the NLP training, so I'm a NLP training also. Besides all these, I have a very small venture in the name of Oceanic EduZone. Oceanic EduZone is the venture inspired by Osho's philosophy, my spiritual master. And in this platform, I just conduct the educational activities and the spiritual activities for seekers, for children, for adults, whosoever is interested in the personal growth. I know this is a very small venture, a squirrel effort, but I am sure that it will leave an impact just like a butterfly effect on the society. It is said that a single move in the right direction can change your life. And I just took that single move. I took that step when I joined MiDNA 2 years back. And my self journey, you can say the journey of self-discovery accelerated. I am using the word accelerated because actually, frankly speaking, that my journey of self-discovery started in year 2000 when I met Osho through his books and discourses. I was listening him, practicing the techniques, and all the false layers were being removed. So I took sannyas in 2005, and at that point of time, my journey actually started. So after listening Osho, after listening the discourses, I was working on myself. Honestly, I was putting my 100%. I was working on my body, my mind, my contemplation, self-study was there. I was working on my emotions. So continuous hammering of self-analysis was there. So then I realized that inside this outer periphery, a real Pankaj, a pure and original face is also reside inside. And then I came to know that Pankaj means pink and white lotus, adored by gods, noteworthy, noble and nourishing, keen for knowledge and knowing both, attuned with the ambrosial kingdom and jewel of sublime spirits. So this is all about my introduction, and now I would like to shed some light on my self-GBP report. Our MiDNA family knows it very well, what is GBP, what is report, but the guests who are attending this session first time, just for them, I am telling this, GBP means genetic brain profiling. And this report just depicts your personality traits, your strengths, your weaknesses, your thinking orientation, your 5 brain lobes, their energy, your disc profile, your behavior profile, each and everything you come to know through this report. So this is my report and how I discovered myself, how I learned that what I am, that I'm going to discuss with you. So according to my GBP report, I am a highly effective person. My adaptiveness is very high. I'm an emulative person. I just take the inputs from my surroundings, as sir also said. So I always take inputs from the environment. I'm an environment dependent person. And my processes are moderate. So as sir was saying, I take little time to grasp the things. And whatever I grasp, I just work over it. I understand it deeply, but I take little time just in the beginning. My prefrontal and frontal is having the low energy. So there is lack of execution and not much critical thinking is there. And my right temporal is very high, having very good energy, and I'm cognitive there. So I am highly emotional, and sometimes being cognitive, I just become blunt sometimes, and there is emotional outbursts also. And my left parietal is having very high energy, and so I have good control over tools. I can just do very well with any type of tool, maybe it a gardening tool, or maybe it my pen, maybe it is writing, whatever the tool it is in my hand, just I can do very well with tools. And my processor is moderate, so I just take some time to understand the things. Here you can see that this is all because of my left parietal. As I said, my left parietal is having very good energy, so I can do very well with tools. So all these sketches, all these drawings are just because of my left parietal. This is the doodle artwork, just made by the single black ink. This is also just because of my high parietal. This is the sketch made by me, and the doodle work just by the single blue ink pen. And this is also because of my high left parietal, just having high energy in my left parietal. This is my book published in 2011, and one book translated by me from English to Hindi for Diamond Pocket Books, Delhi. Some of the articles of mine published in national journals, and some online content published in oshonews.com, and some proceedings in national conferences, and some articles in the other books also. So besides my writing, my reading, and the pen, I can do well with the gardening tools also. You can see here the old PVC pipe I have used to make the planter, then the kitchen's waste and the best out of waste, DIY projects, the chipped crockery. So all the items I have used for making the planter. So whenever a tool is in my hand, whether it is a pen or it is a gardening tool, or whether it is cooking, knitting, from ladle to needle, I can do very well with tools. This is my disc substrate profile. So my thoughtfulness is very high. So because of this, sometimes I becomes lazy and I miss the opportunities. I delay my actions. Overthinking is there. Unknown fear is there. And my accuracy is very high. Just because of that high accuracy, what happens? I always check my resources. But due to laziness, due to that lazy attitude and high compliance, sometimes I just get trapped in my comfort zone. Though I always have a check on my resources, but still, due to laziness, due to compliance high, I just get trapped and not aware. When I just get trapped, then later on I realize, oh, I just got trapped. So this is the drawback, and I'm working over it. And my echoic memory is very high. So always things, events, words, are always lingering in my memory. But my episodic memory is high. So I always learn from my mistakes. I always learn from those events. I learn from my failures. And here you can see that in intelligence quotients, my spiritual quotient is not very high. It is having the average energy, but due to my brain design, as I am adaptive high, I am feeling oriented person, right temporal is high, I am a right brainer person, emulative high, music smart high. So I was absorbing everything, whatever was saying by my master or my teachers or my well-wishers. So though genetically I don't have the high SQ, but due to my brain design, I used to practice everything. So I just adopted spirituality very quickly, very efficiently, very easily. So thank you for my brain design, and thank you, existence. Now, spirituality, what Osho says, that Osho says कि spirituality यानी अध्यात्म, दुनिया से दूर नहीं जाना है, दुनिया को छोड़ना नहीं है, भागना नहीं है, अपने अहंकार और मूर्खता से दूर जाना है. तो ओशो ने हमेशा कहा कि भागना नहीं है, जहां है, जैसे हैं, वहीं जागना है. तो this I have learned from the spiritual realms. Now, there is an activity for all of us. You can see here one picture, okay? The lines are there, some horizontal lines and some vertical lines. Now you can see a black dot on the intersection point of these lines. Okay, now the task is just count that how many black dots are there on the intersection points. Okay, you can take 1 minute and you can just give your answer in the chat box. Just see the intersection points of the lines and black dots are there. Just count how many black dots are there. And are you able to count those? Yes, somebody is writing 33, 23. Some are writing black dots are turning into white. No black dots, only white dots. Could see only white dots. Yes, very true, very true. So what is the purpose here of showing this picture? That the moment you stare at the black dot, the moment you are looking at it, so with full awareness, with full focus, when you are concentrating on the point, the dark side, the blind spot, the negativity, the blockage, it is disappearing. And only the white dot, the pure self, the original self is coming out. So whenever we focus on our negativity or the blind spots with full awareness, with full concentration, then it will disappear slowly and gradually, and only the white dot will be there. Only the pure and original nature will be there. Only the pure self will be there. So with this awareness, with this concentration, and with the help of my GBP report, so much homework I have done on myself. And yet so much is to be done. And you can say that my effectiveness is very high. So I always need a push. And I can't take, criticism easily. So I'm always, getting sad if somebody is scolding me. So I learned it, that I have to just bring balance in this area. And I have to form some healthy boundaries. I have to learn to say no sometimes also. So I am just working on my, along with the left parietal is very high, very good, but along with left parietal, I am just working on my right parietal because I'm a bit lazy person, not happy to move my body. So I am doing my homework in this area also. I'm working on my occipital because my occipital energy is low. So I'm just working over it. So many homework is done and yet to be done. So just with self-analysis, with self-study, with awareness, I am just working on these areas of mine. Now, here is the report of myself and my husband. The brain design of both. Now, according to our reports, me and my husband, we both are highly affective. We are sensory persons, we are emulative, and we are just having good energy in the temporal lobes. So in these areas where we are having high energy and we are meeting on one point, there we are like, made for each other. So much compatibility is there. But the challenge comes when my C3, my right temporal is there, and his X1 in frontal is there. My right temporal, emotionally high and always just fetching some past memories and just, speaking sometimes very bluntly. And then when my right temporal is just getting him irritated, and then his X1 is reacting. His X1 at right frontal is just getting the trigger. So that is the area of homework for both of us. This is the area of homework. My right temporal and his right frontal. So this is the line where we have to bring the balance. And second thing, that my processor is moderate and his is fast. So being fast, he is just, jumping into conclusions, or always in, hodgepodge hurry. And being moderate, I take some time to understand the things. I'm a bit slow. He is a bit fast. So that is the area where we have to bring balance and we have to work over those areas. So I'm thankful to GBP and thankful to the brain designs that at so many places we are matching and we are complementing each other. We are the counterpart of each other, and the some areas where we came to know with the help of GBP, and there we are working over it, and we are just trying to bring the balance in those areas also. So now I would like to shed some light on the great and main attraction of the SD3, that is Mr. X. So when X is a small baby, it is small X. It can be handled, it can be managed very easily. But when it is a capital X, then we have to deal with it tactfully. So here are some reports of my clients with whom I just dealt with, and how they are doing and what is their feedback regarding their reports. So we will just listen one by one. This is my first report, and she is Agamjot Kaur, having capital X in right prefrontal and D1X in right frontal. She just has problems in decision making and execution. She has delayed actions, delayed decisions, and dilemma in planning. With A2 in frontal, her small x can be transformed, and she is very unpredictable in feelings, and execution part is also crucial. So I suggested her some techniques and some methods. She is following it, and just let her listen.
Hello, good evening everyone. I'm Agamjot Kaur, a student of class 8. I live in Jammu. I did my GDP report and came to know lots of things about me which I was not aware of. As my attention span is less, so Pankaj ma'am suggested me some study plans. She also gave me a timetable which I am following from last few days and found a change. She told me that I need more practice in mathematics, and so I'm doing that. I came to know that I'm an auditory learner. Yes, it is true, because I like discussing and communication, etc. I'm a good speaker and I'm using my strength, and I'm working sincerely on my weaknesses. So this GBP report is very helpful for me as a student, as an individual also. Whenever I need any type of guidance, then I ask Pankaj ma'am, and she helps me accordingly. Thank you, Pankaj ma'am, and thank you, MiDNA.
Next is Mrs. Deepa Dogra and her son Advik Dogra. Deepa and Advik is the case. They are just like the opposite to each other. Deepa is, prefrontal energy is highest, and Advik's prefrontal is average. Deepa is a left brainer and processing fast. Advik is right brainer and moderate processor. Deepa's dominance is very high, and Advik's steadiness is very high. Deepa is goal and performance oriented, and Advik is process oriented, process high. So Deepa always needs output then and there. She's very quick, she just giving the command and she just want the result. But Advik takes some time to execute. And Deepa's enthusiasm is high, independence is high, self-motivation is high. So she is always keen for new learning, exploring new things. And she wants that her son should also learn like this. But Advik's persistence is high, patience is high, thoughtfulness is high. So he has just like a fixed mindset and a kind of lazy attitude. So let's listen by Deepa herself, what she is saying.
मैंने जेनेटिक ब्रेन प्रोफाइल की रिपोर्ट से सीखा है कि आद्विक ऑडिटरी लर्नर है। वो मल्टी टैलेंटेड है। जब भी कोई उसके काम की प्रशंसा करता है, वह बड़े उत्साह के साथ आगे बढ़ता है। आद्विक का ब्रेन मॉडरेट है और उसको समझने में और पूरा करने में वक्त लगता है। आत्विक अपने रोल मॉडल की नकल करता है और उसके अनुसार खुद को ढालने की कोशिश करता है। ये सारी चीजें मैंने जेनेटिक प्रोफाइल रिपोर्ट से सीखी हैं और मैं इसे अप्लाई कर रही हूँ और मुझे इसके रिजल्ट भी दिख रहे हैं।
Third is the case of Mrs. Kiran Dogra and her daughter Ritisha Dogra. Kiran is 28 years female, Ritisha is 6-year female child. And you can see here that Kiran is highly cognitive, 70%, and Ritisha is highly affective, 60% affective. And Kiran is having small x in right parietal. So sometimes doing very energetically, but sometimes under pressure, not even moving her body. And small x in right prefrontal. So Ritisha is just having problem in taking initiatives. Little appreciation can solve this issue. And Kiran is having left temporal high, left brainer. So she wished to speak more, giving commands and giving logic behind it, that why she is telling this and why this should be happened. But in case of Ritisha, she is highly emotional and she is right brainer. She is highly effective. Speed is moderate. So she takes some time to understand, to grasp, and to just initiate those commands. She can't just let go easily. So that is the main difference, and how Kiran is just treating her with the help of GBP report. Just let's listen her.
Hi, my name is Kiran Bala. I am a mother of 2. Last year मैंने और मेरी बेटी ने GBP करवाया था। GBP basically एक scientific tool है which tells us about our genetic behavior. डॉक्टर पंकज हमारी काउंसलर थी। उन्होंने बहुत पेशेंटली हमें एक चीज समझाई और हमें गाइड किया। GBP हमारे लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल रहा। इससे हमें हमारे बिहेवियर, स्ट्रेंथ्स, वीकनेस पता चली। जैसे रितिशा और मैं, हम दोनों ही मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी लर्नर हैं। मैं काइनेस्थेटिक लर्नर हूँ, बट रितिशा ऑडिटरी लर्नर है। मुझे चीजें करके ज्यादा समझ में आती हैं एंड रितिशा को ज्यादा बोलने से और उसको सुनने से ज्यादा समझ में आती है। रितिशा अफेक्टिव है 60% एंड कॉग्निटिव है 40%, बट आई एम 30% अफेक्टिव एंड 70% कॉग्निटिव। सो ये डिफरेंस है हमारे बीच में। कॉग्निटिव नेचर का थोड़ा सा 70% है मेरे अंदर और 40% है रितिशा के अंदर। तो ये दोनों चीजें डिफर हैं काफी। फिर रितिशा है 70% एमुलेटिव एंड आई एम 62% एमुलेटिव। देन रितिशा हैज X factor in right prefrontal, which
means she had problem in taking initiative or executing something. And my X factor is parietal. Like sometimes I'm very energetic, but sometimes I'm not even involved my body. Ritisha has C3 in temporal, which means she is highly emotional and 60% affected. Like जब अभी अगर हम उसको कभी स्कॉल्ड कर देते हैं, she start crying और उसकी आंखों में आंसू आ जाते हैं, इतनी ज्यादा वो इमोशनल है. Then उसका लेफ्ट टेम्पोरल जो है वो हाई है, वो बहुत ज्यादा बोलना चाहती है, वो बोलती भी बहुत ज्यादा है. She is very talkative, but she is right brainer, and but I am left brainer. So this is difference between us. My left temporal is high. I want to speak something, but sometimes कुछ चीजें मेरे अंदर रह जाती हैं, मैं पूरा नहीं बोल पाती हूँ. रितिशा स्पीड मॉडरेट, उसको चीजें ग्रास्प करने में टाइम लग जाता है, मतलब मल्टीपल टाइम उसको चीजें समझानी पड़ती हैं, बताने पड़ती हैं. लेकिन मेरे केस में मुझे 1 या 2 बार में क्लियर हो जाता है कि मुझे क्या करना है. बट रितिशा को 4-5 टाइम्स, इवन उससे भी ज्यादा टाइम्स उसे एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ता है. रितिशा जो है वो पीपल और म्यूजिक स्मार्ट है, और क्योंकि और उसका फ्रेंडलीनेस भी बहुत ज्यादा है, वो सबसे फ्रेंडली हो जाती है. पीपल स्मार्ट तो है ही, वो कभी कभी स्ट्रेंजर से भी इतना ज्यादा फ्रैंक हो जाती है कि कुछ चीजें जो नहीं बोलनी होती वो भी बोल देती है. बाकी स्टेडीनेस उसमें 75% है. तो ये कुछ चीजें जो है हमारे बीच में हम दोनों को समझने में या मुझे रितिशा को समझने में बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प की है इसमें. तो एट लास्ट I would like to say that this is really helpful for me and my daughter. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
The next report is of Naira Bhola, the 11 years female child. She is the right brainer, and she is having the X in right frontal. So challenge in handling the feelings. She is C1 in right prefrontal. Cognitive prefrontal can help her in healing some way. And her C3 in right temporal, highly emotional, love to interact, but due to capital X at frontal, sometimes she may express her suppressed feelings with verbal and emotional outbursts. This may happen. And right parietal, right prefrontal having very high energies, so doing excellent in martial arts or dance or other gross motor skills. Area of homework for her is to increase thoughtfulness, strategy, and planning. Next is the report of Naira's brother, Advik. Advik is 8 years male child and having X, capital X in both the frontals. Highly cognitive and X in both the frontals, so more challenges than her sister Naira. He is auditory learner, but left temporal is low and people is also low, people smartness low. And due to X in right frontal, he feels shy to speak in front of strangers. Once connected, then he is normal. Then he can continue with the chat. But at first stage, he just feels that shyness. Prefrontal, his prefrontal is just having very high energy and frontals are having X, capital X, with very low energies. So sometimes he is jumping into conclusions without even thinking. And left parietal, right parietal, both have small X. So he just has his own do's and don'ts. But due to high cognitive, prefrontal, this issue can be resolved at early age, at this proper age of time. So small x can be transformed into creativity of fine motor skills and gross motor skills. So let just listen from her mother, the mother of Naira and Advik. What is her feedback?
Good morning, dear all. I am Rama Bhola, and I am giving feedback for my kids, Naira Bhola and Advik Bhola. Naira is 11 and Advik is 8 years old. Yes, this session is really an eye-opening for me because this MiDNA Global is really a wonderful scientific tool, I must say, because being as a parent as well as a teacher, I have found much potential capacities and talents of my kids, as well as the places where there is a scope of improvement too. It will I can work on it, and it will really help my kids, because I have seen in my daughter's case, like exactly after the pink fingerprints, the report that came, exactly the same I found, that how she is performing, how she can do better, because I found that everything I used to give her ready-made, but then I saw that I have to give her small challenges so that she herself make her plans, she can execute accordingly, and with the help of this she will come with a good approach. So I found really very good. Now, like in case of my son, he never used to easily accept the things, or else if I will say some work, he will ask me the questions why. He never used to say yes very fast. So with that, I have changed the exercises, like study pattern I have changed, with playing methods I have changed. So even I have changed my way of teaching to him. So being as a mother as well as a teacher, I would really say it is very helpful, so that we can nurture our kids gracefully. And both of my kids are right brainer, so with all the feelings and emotions I have to tackle them. And as they are both having capital X in their thinking pattern, I have to really tactfully handle them. So otherwise they are doing good, because Naira was also not fond of Sanskrit language, which was introduced this year only in June. So but now I have found that with as her kinesthetic and auditory is very good. So with auditory, she's going through YouTube videos, she's listening to the lessons that are coming in that small sessions. So now she is doing quite good, and really I will share a pic of Sanskrit copy that earlier she never used to do anything, but now she is getting good in that. So it's really good. And Advik was never fond of doing exercises, but now both are going with their karate classes, judos, and Naira even music. So it's doing very good now. So I would like to say that actually I would have done this GBP earlier. Because it happens like children are just like a wet clay, so they can be molded very easily in the earlier stages. So really it is very good, very good. And I would like to place my heartfelt thanks to ma'am also for the wonderful guidance you have given me, Pankaj ma'am. Thank you so much.
The next report is of Sarisha Chaudhary. She is 8 years female child, and she is highly adaptive, highly effective, reflective in right sides of the lobes, and 100% emulative. So she can easily be nurtured, very easily. And right parietal is low, so daily outdoor games, walks, cycling, all these activities, I suggested her mother to just indulge her in these type of activities. And people intelligence is low, so I just suggested her mother so she can volunteer her for some tasks in school or in colony as a team member or in the peer group. So let her take some initiative to talk or to shop something at public places. Her word is so high, so she can communicate efficiently. Her left parietal is high, so she's very adept at drawing even. So her dominance is high, 60% effective. So mostly she keep things inside. So I suggested her mother that she should listen her respectfully. Whenever she is just asking for something or she is uttering something, so very with full dignity and with full respect, you should listen her. Otherwise, she will just, be feeling shy and not telling everything, and not will be sharing her feelings with you. So just listen her mother.
Greetings everyone, my name is Sudha Chaudhary. Mrs. Pankaj Prakash from Jammu did brain profiling of my daughter Sarisha Chaudhary. Sarisha is 8 years old and according to her report, she is A1 R1. I must say I'm quite impressed and satisfied with this whole brain profiling process. Being a mother, I know Sarisha, but with the reports, I am able to understand her more better in all aspects. So as of now, at every point of time, being parents, we keep in mind her adaptive nature. So it helps us to cultivate and nurture good things in her. And for this, we try to provide her with motivational and positive atmosphere and surroundings. Like for basic examples, we can say self-hygiene, self-care. These things are done in routine so that she adapts easily. And we try to provide her with the atmosphere that helps her personality to grow and bloom. And through the reports, I also came to know about her nature and behavioral aspects. And for this, what we do is we try to keep our behaviors in check so that she adapts from us and she reflects the same. So the basic thing we do is like we keep our behaviors in check, and we bring good books for her like autobiographies, story books, bedtime books, and she extracts the good from those books. We simply say her to read the books, and she learns from the morals of the stories and she implements the same for herself. And the next thing what I came to know from the reports was like we cannot just push her into things. Like she is quite sensitive towards certain things, or she is quite sensitive and a bit of introvert in her nature. So I can't just push her into anything. Therefore, I refrain myself from pushing her into each and everything. And for this, I also, in fact, we as parents ask her to take the decisions within her decision making boundaries so that she feels more confident about herself, and her decision making qualities also becomes stronger. And like for her weaknesses also, I learned a lot more about her weaknesses also, like she is a bit low on her kinesthetics, and she is having a very good photographic memory but a little lower side on the long-term memory. So for overcoming these weaknesses, I have done is like we have she goes to dance classes, and then a bit of cycling. So we have involved a bit of physical activities in her daily routine, and all these things were possible just because of this brain profiling. And through the reports only I came to know about her strengths and her weaknesses. So it's like we are trying to overcome her weaknesses alongside we are keeping her strengths also. And this is just we are able to do all these things just because of brain profiling done by Pankaj ma'am. I'm very thankful to her, and I'm literally grateful for this. And overall, I'm very positive for the profiling procedure. Thank you.
This is the next report of Bhumika, 22 years female. She is doing BDS, and she is a left brainer, 90% cognitive. her temporal is cognitive and very high energy. So if triggered, then she can become very blunt and harsh due to left temporal, and very much attached to her values due to right temporal. So she can, argue in a harsh tone. And her steadiness showing high, but it's a pseudo steadiness because face value cannot be taken due to X. And her dominance is very high, and cognitive high means she just putting her points in front, less listening to others and just telling her points in front. And I suggested her to do some mandala art, and you can see here the picture, and she just called me and accepted that since last 10 or 12 days she is just doing this mandala art, and she is just feeling much better than she was just feeling in the last few days back. And she just sent her this written testimonial, and she is accepting that GBP is really a great scientific tool for everyone, as it helped her to identify her natural talents and abilities and give her a better understanding. And now she can do her SWOT analysis. What are her strengths? What are her weaknesses? What are the threats? What are the opportunities? So she is saying that she is feeling much better, and she is thankful to MiDNA and for this scientific tool, GBP also. Next is Mridul Chaudhary. He is 19 years male and just pursuing his higher studies, and he is D2 with C1. In frontal is the main challenge, and D2 in left frontal, sometimes busy with survival and security issues, and only D1 in right prefrontal, means sometimes looking at the life in broader terms, and he needs healing in relationships. So some techniques, some methods, some meditational practices I suggested him. And his right parietal is having a small x, so oversensitive in movement, and left frontal D2, right parietal C1x, so little egocentric also. But C2 in temporal, both the temporal is emotional and articulative. So his highly affective, and his right prefrontal can help. So now he's just doing his better and using those techniques and practices, and just feeling better and changing a lot. Just listen from Mridul himself.
My name is I'm from Singapore and I'm 20 years old. Currently, I'm in the final year of my bachelor's degree in economics. So I came across MiDNA's genetic brain profiling from my mother's close friend, and she highly recommended it. And I found the concept of getting to know yourself better and understanding your traits and qualities very interesting. Brain profiling really helped me a lot in making me aware of my strengths and weaknesses. I couldn't thank Pankaj ma'am enough for the detailed and thorough explanation of my GBP report, which would really help me in the future. Pankaj ma'am also suggested me to start some physical activities, and after that, for the past 6-7 months, I've joined a badminton club, which has really helped me physically as well as mentally. Lastly, I would also like to thank MiDNA for the extraordinary work that they are doing, which is helping people get to know themselves better. It was a wonderful experience, and I would strongly suggest everyone to do it.
This is the last report from Komal Sharma, and she is left brainer having capital X in the right frontal, and right frontal energy is also very low. So strategy making, planning, logical thinking is bit low, and her right processor is fast. So EQ is also low. So due to left prefrontal A2 and left frontal D1X, if connected with someone, then full of feelings. And if not connected, there are no feelings at all. and left temporal is highest. So sometimes agitation is there, irritation is there. So just listen from her. That
hello, my name is Komal and I'm a teacher. I just take this brain profiling test, which is recommended by my friend Dr. Pankaj Prakash. And before that test, I was not aware about so much aspects of the brain. And after this test, the hidden aspects of my brain revealed to me. And it's really amazing. And Dr. Pankaj Prakash, she is an amazing person, and she took at least an hour to explain each and everything to me. And I'm so thankful to her, and I recommend that everyone should take this test, as after this test you may know about so many aspects of your brain, and you can change your life, you can transform your life. And like, I like this test. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Dr. Pankaj Prakash.
actually, Komal's, right temporal energy is very high, and she just wished to speak. So I suggested her to she is a writer also, to write some poems, to narrate the poems, and now she is a good YouTuber and doing very well in her area. So now, what is overall experience of myself regarding GBP, that I just want to share in brief. That you must have listened all these reports, have seen all these reports, and listen the testimonials also, how people are changing their life, how people are just going through the transformation. So my personal experience is that with GBP, I just came to know about brain and mind both. Brain, we know the definite shape, definite structure, we can touch it, we can see it, coordinates the different functions of body. But mind doesn't have any definite shape and structure. We cannot touch it, only the thoughts, only the feeling, only the subjective state. So with GBP, I can know my brain design, and with Osho's philosophy, with meditation, I am understanding the mind, the subconscious pattern. So this is my overall experience, that now I am, so enriched with the knowledge of brain also, and now the knowledge of mind also. You can say, it is said that philosophy is the father of all the sciences, and philosophy is the mother of all the arts. So philosophy is the root, and psychology is like a tree, the branches, the flowers, the fruits. So with the help of GBP and with the help of Osho's philosophy, what happened? I noticed, I experienced that I am understanding the fundamental nature of existence also, and I am just understanding the fundamental nature of human mind, human behavior also. And I am applying both of these things in my counseling. With the roots of philosophy, I am understanding values, behavior, humanity, individuality, philosophy, psychology, mind, brain. So while understanding all these things, I am just upgrading myself day by day, bit by bit, and I am becoming the best version of myself. And I am helping others also to become their best versions. We all know that life is not the bed of roses. Life is a tightrope walk. And GBP is helping people just bringing the balance in their lives. And GBP is using holistic approach. All the things possible we are using in counseling, we are using in developing the personality of the persons. And in general, we are just trying, with the help of GBP, we are trying to bring balance in life in general. And in specific, what GBP is doing, it is bringing balance between the reptile brain, limbic brain, and the neocortex brain. Just a synchronization between all these three. And that is the growth. That is the development. So GBP is a diagnostic tool also, and GBP is a treatment tool also. So while treatment or maybe while counseling, what I do, just first
look at the diagram carefully. Now, I will ask you 4 questions about this square. Are you ready? Question number 1. Divide the white area in square A into 2 equal pieces. Easy, isn't it? Here is the answer. Question number 2. Divide the white area in square B into 3 equal pieces. Not so difficult. Here is the answer. Question number 3. Divide the white area in square C into 4 equal pieces. Very difficult? Here is the answer. Be ready. Here comes the last question. Question number 4. Divide the white area in square D into 7 equal pieces. World record is 7 seconds. Any ideas? Are you still puzzled? Here is the answer. Was it really that tough? If you didn't get the answer, it was just that your mind was conditioned to seek a complex solution. Lessons learned. Most of the time, our mind gets conditioned so much by the circumstances that we cannot see the obvious.
So by this video, we just come to understand that things are not that complex. You know, sometimes solutions are very easy, but our mind is conditioned like that. We are just searching some complex things, some difficult things, which can boost our ego. We are not just going towards the easy things because easy is the best, simple is the best. So the treatment tool of GBP is just dealing with the simple things, simple techniques. And while counseling, what I use, I can share with you that if there is any objective issue, I use brain gym or NLP exercises or CBT. If any subjective issue is there, then I use hypnosis and meta model technique. And I use observation method, interaction method, meditational techniques. I have one broadcast list of the clients, those who are having capital X or small x, and off and on, I just send them the messages, the related content, so they can grow accordingly. And I have WhatsApp group for parents, those who are having the children with small x or capital X. So off and on, me, Nisha and Kakuli, we 3 are just operating this group, and we are sending the related content to the parents just to guide them, and this way they can just develop their children. So these approaches I am using while counseling. And the best thing, if you can't do anything, the best thing is just to join brain yoga at 5 a.m. Anybody attending this session, if you are interested in your growth and you can't do anything, just join brain yoga at 5 a.m. and you can see the change after a few days. So now, whenever we take birth, you know, our journey starts with me, I, myself, mine, for me. And as we grow in the society, we are having the relations, family, friends, belongingness. And from I, we are taking the shift towards we. And then after the age of 45 or 50, when we are saturated, we have seen everything, then scripture says that we must live for society also. So I or me to we and we to he, thy, God, supreme power, anything, any noun you can use. So this is the journey of self-discovery. So at this point of time, what I am doing, just with the philosophy of Osho and just with the scientific tool of GBP, I am helping myself also, my relatives, my friends, my family also, and doing good for society also. So my master Osho says, when science and spirituality both must go hand in hand, then only humanity can be saved. So GBP is a scientific tool, educational tool, and the meditational practices. So both going hand in hand, and I'm helping myself also and my network also. ओशो सेज गुरु के ऋण से मुक्त होने का एक ही उपाय है कि तुमने जो पाया है उसे दूसरों में बांट दो. So I am just sharing my knowledge, my experience, whatever I am getting from Osho, whatever I am getting from MiDNA, I am sharing it with everybody so everybody can grow. So my journey of self-discovery is just like the white clouds. You can see white clouds are so vibrant, not heavy with the rainwater, not dark and black, but they are not in hurry to reach somewhere, but still they are not static. They are not stagnant at one place. They are moving slowly and slowly. They are meeting, melting and merging in the sky. So I'm not in hurry to reach somewhere. I'm not in greed to get something. And I'm not static even. Whatever is coming in front of me, and the things are just happening through me. So I'm just flowing with the flow. So my journey is like white clouds, connected with everything, but attached with nothing. And we all know that, life's beauty is the contrast pattern of life. There is day, there is night, there is earth, there is sky, there is happiness, there is sadness. So this contrast becomes, just make the life beautiful. So Osho says, don't be angry at life. It is not the life that is frustrating you. It is you who is not listening to life. So life is, just a contrast pattern, yin and yang, Shiva and Shakti, male and female, day and night, happiness and sorrow. So we have to accept both. The beauty lies in both, and then we have to grow. So with this quotation of Osho, I just, want to thank everyone who is just helping directly or indirectly in my journey. I just want to say thanks to Ratnaswamy sir and my mentor, my friend, my guide, and dearest Priya ma'am, Bhuvana ma'am, and especially Suresh ji, and Bartika ma'am, Brinda ma'am, and maybe if I am missing some names, so please forgive me. But my, just with core of my heart, I just would like to thank everyone, just this whole existence and every particle of this existence who is just helping me in my journey. So thank you everyone, thank you all, and gratitude to everyone. So here I just end this session, and now over to you, sir. Thank you everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Pankaj. I think excellent session. Now I would like to invite the audience to just raise your hand, and we will unmute you. You can just say a few words as your experience of this session and blessings you can share with her as well. So now the floor is open. Yes, Ravi sir, you can start.
Namaste, madam. It's wonderful. You have improved, highly very professional. The way, because we have been following you, the way in the morning brain yoga session and book reading sessions, the way you document, it shows that you are very, very systematic, and it was, very professionally you presented. with all the learnings in a very balanced way. It's a great learning. And you very specifically mentioned GBP is not a tool. It's not a diagnostic tool alone. It is also as a medicine, or you can even go for use it for a treatment. And I really like that for every report, you are given a sufficient homework for the people, how they can improve upon. It's really a good trait of any counselor. Definitely, your presence in MiDNA family is a great value addition, and a lot of learnings from you all, madam. We enjoyed thoroughly, and it's a highly professional, I should say that. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ravi sir. Now, Priya Chawla, please.
Yeah, I mean, extremely well presented show, Priyanshi. So very proud of you. And it's not just that I've been teaching you, but I've always learned a lot, many things from you. And the whole concept, I mean, not just here, everything that you discussed about your fine motor skills being so strong. I had noticed it at the very beginning when we did a session on from Brain Infinity there. There also, you were the only one who used to make notes, and Mr. Vikas Nagru, after every session or before every session, used to say that, Dr. Priyanshi, please share your notes as a for the recap. And I remember you've always been very process oriented, and yeah, notes making, you're excellent in that. So, and you've been in this field of spirituality since past so many years, more than 8-9 years now. But still, and besides the fact that you knew everything about you, but then the genetic brain profiling gives you a kind of a proof, a kind of a documentation that you can accept things with something in present. I mean, something which has a structure to it. And that is what gave you structure. Otherwise, you've already been doing so much in the field of spirituality, giving lectures, training people. But now you're training them with a proof. You are showing them a proof that you are stronger here, you are weaker here, and that is how I think people are getting more influenced and are getting more convinced by this concept, the whole of thing. But then your good name has always been there, and that is something which is creating a major role in getting people attracted towards you. So very well done, I would say, proud of you. And as I said, I am always learning new things from you, especially in the field of spirituality. The sessions that you do, the techniques that you do, the hypnotherapy and all of that, you are very much ahead there. And indeed, besides decoding, you are helping a lot with your hypnotherapy sessions, making a lot of difference to your client, helping them in a big way. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes, Ms. Atyagi, please.
Congratulations, Pankaj, for your excellent presentation. Although we have discovered ourselves accordingly in childhood only, but after GBP, now it is easy to understand with more clarity. And actually, it's a great learning from this session. And thank you for being part in my life. I feel blessed to have a friend like you, and all the very best for your future journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you.
Tejwarji, please.
And I would like to thank MiDNA also for getting, the best associations into our lives. We are being associated with such good souls, such learned people. All thanks to MiDNA again.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Tejwarji.
First of all, thanks to all the guests who are here. It is a really good presence, and all credit goes to Pankaj ji, to you for your efforts. Ravi sir, Priya ji, Nisha ji had said everything which I wanted to say. They have stolen each and everything. The only thing which comes to my mind right now is I bought a flower and it brought fragrance along with it. And my life is full with fragrance. All thanks to you. Beautiful session, wonderful session. All the best.
Thank you, Tejveer.
Thank you, sir. Yes, 2022. The name is not there. Please go ahead.
Pranam, myself, Vidhu, Bhumika's mother.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, it is really a great session and so beautifully explained every aspects of brain profile, and it really helped me and my daughter Bhumika. Heartily gratitude, Ma Priyanshi, for this beautiful session given by you and MiDNA to all of us. Thank you, Ma Priyanshi, and all the team of MiDNA. One quote for Ma Priyanshi: calm and beautiful, Ma. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Kakali.
Pankaj, really a very good session, excellent session. We all know ourselves from the childhood, but why we are like this, now we are able to understand. Thank you for bringing me in this beautiful world, and through you only I can know myself, and really thanks for this.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kakali. Yeah, Seemaji.
So first of all, congratulations, Dr. Pankaj. I know you from very small period of time, personally, actually. I have accepted in my life. I have learned to be peaceful, and all will be a session. One could taking
Seema, your audio is not very clear.
Okay, now?
Yeah, now also it's breaking.
Sir, am I audible?
Not very good, but you can try.
All right, all right. So I was just sharing that I've taken a session from her, and after so was a visual tree. People. So thank you so much. And me, a cognitive list, even I was always very, but today I sit a bhakti. So every what you shared here is
I think you should share a small audio bite afterwards so that we can hear the group, because the response
sure,
is
sir, sure.
Yeah, please.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes, Bonaji.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, Priyanshi. It was an excellent, wonderful session. Your philosophical leanings were so interesting to listen to. And moreover, what I realized from your presentation was you really take pains over your counseling. You go so much into detail with them. In fact, there was one parent who was almost teaching us which lobe does what function. I said, so much of effort you've taken in counseling her. I thought maybe you had a class on GDP with her. And I was wondering why she's not joined MiDNA as yet. You should make her join MiDNA because she understood the lobe function so well.
We can directly give Spark certificate to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her maybe in near future she will just join us.
Yeah, she should. She was anyway. All your feedbacks were so good, and I like the way you said you use different tangible and intangible for the right brain and the left brain. and you use different methods. It was so interesting, subjective method and objective methods. Really, lot to learn from you. I think one day you should give us a demo about your subjective methods, especially about hypnosis and other things. It'll be so nice to learn from you. We have a lot to learn. And like Priya said, Priyanshi, we are so fortunate to have you amongst us. Please do take some sessions for us also. It'll be very nice. Lovely, excellent presentation, excellent feedback, and a great asset to MiDNA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Please speak. Otherwise, we can conclude.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, I just forgot to add one more thing. Seeing Priyanshi's and her husband's profile, I would say 90% Priyanshi has a role to play in the smooth functioning of their married life. Thank you.
Right. Yes, Santosh.
प्रणाम माँ। मेरी स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी में सबसे पहली टीचर आप ही रही। मैंने आपसे ही शुरू किया था और आज तक भी मैं आप ही को फॉलो करती आ रही हूँ। मास्टर ऑफ मास्टर्स ओशो की बातें जब आपके थ्रू होके हमारे पास आती हैं तो वो बहुत इजी हो जाती हैं समझने में, तो लाइफ बहुत इजी हो गई है। थैंक यू सो मच। आज भी आपकी समझाने के तरीके से मैंने 2 बातें कैच की हैं। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, ma. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Suresh.
Yeah. Pankaj ji, it was one of the best presentations I have listened to, both artistically, visually, very impressive, and also the content wise, and supported with testimonials. Kudos to you. Particularly the left parietal showed your drawings, which were very impressive, and also the right temporal, which showed with humanity, with the right brain, how you are able to counsel people and give them the right guidance. The philosophical background of Osho and the scientific background of GPB is a great blessing and a blending which you have been taking it out. I am sure everyone are highly blessed to have your counseling. In fact, I started recommending mandala to a lot of people because it is both kinesthetic as well as visual training. Both, whether they are visual or kinesthetic, they can be trained. I was enjoying it, reaffirmed the confidence in me in this particular aspect of it. Thank you. You are a real blessing to MiDNA. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah, I think we can conclude the session. Yeah, 1 plus.
Excuse me, sir, may I?
Yeah, please. Please tell your name and speak.
Yes, sir, my name is Shama. My name is Shama Bhagat. And I just want to congratulate ma'am. Congratulations, ma'am. It's a very beautiful session as always. I have also done a GBP report. So I'm able to recall all the good things and the plus point within myself and the things which is improved, which can be improved by me. It's just a recall session, I can say. And it's a very beautiful that how creatively you have shown us about ourselves indirectly, which is, I think, a most amazing part of it. Though you have shown the different examples through different feedbacks of everyone, but I think I can recall my GBP report and I have what I have improved and what I have to be improved. It's a very beautiful session, ma'am. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Shama. Thank you. You're not having X, so that's why your feedback was not included here. But thank you for giving your feedback. Thank you.
Yeah. So yes, you very rightly said, we are only showcasing those reports which a lot of challenges are happening within themselves. And with genetic brain profiling, we are trying to give some solutions, some opportunities for them to work on. Of course, it will depend upon the destiny. If they are destined to change now, they will change now. Otherwise, they have to change one day. There is no escaping from the homework. Everybody must do their homework before they will see their master, their teacher, the God, the whosoever is actually have sent you to this planet. You will have to answer them. So it is better that we learn about ourselves and our homework so that we have enough time to do the homework. We need not do it in hurry, or we need not go and bow our head on shame that we did not do our homework. So that's the message that we can take from this genetic brain profiling self-discovery session. So I think a lot has been given as feedback. I need not add on anything to it because it is 3.0. It's just an appreciation that it has been a wonderfully crafted presentation. And that's a great example. And I know next week Ravi sir is going to give this session. So you are raising the bar continuously. We are raising the bar of the 3.0. That's good, so that everybody tries to give their best. Ultimately, there is no comparison because we are working on give your best. So everybody gives their best. That ultimately becomes the new landmark or new benchmark for all those who are following. And I think there are a good number of trainees are there in the group. I'm sure they will all get inspired by the kind of feedback testimonial, because it is not easy to convince people to invest in their 5,000-10,000 rupees to get into this great marvelous experience. I don't know what we cannot even value what is the cost that we can keep for such kind of experiences, because lives are getting transformed with genetic brain profiling. So the money that we are putting in is like a dakshana that you put it on the undial of a temple, thinking that God will take care of me in all the aspects. So the similar way, the best way to experience genetic brain profiling is to go through, learn it for yourself, and have the best possible experience. Whether you take it as a professional tool to make some money and make your living is the last reason that you should be getting into genetic brain profiling. The primary foremost thing is the blessings that you are getting. More than the money, the blessing is going to transform your life. And I'm sure Pankaj is another example who has experienced so much of change in the life after she has come into the tool using. First she went through as a client, and then she has gone come inside. And I'm sure now with Pankaj, Sheetal Prakash also design also revealed. I told Pankaj that you now don't need a Ratnaswamy, because God has given a Ratnaswamy in your proximity, and whatever you can want to learn, you can learn from him. You don't need to come to me. So I'm not going to discuss about the further journey for her, because he has got an excellent associate, and now he will take a VRS, and I'm sure Pankaj will do the healing part of it, and he will do the dealing part of it. Okay, that's dealing with the newcomers, and Pankaj should take care of the healing part of it. And I don't know, something is definitely there, and I think it is shaping up to a great combination of service that they will give. I am sure after this 3.0, she will raise up to another level of human connectivity and service, and I'm sure her whole life purpose would get revealed in this opportunity that they have taken. So with this, I congratulate her on giving this session. Coincidentally, I came across a very small video, and that's a very apt video for Pankaj. And the number 2 point in the video is the crux that I want to sum it up for today's session. I'll just play it. For that, I'll have to share the screen. I'll do that, and I'll play that small 30 seconds video. And I think it's a wonderful video I came across, shared by one of our family members. I'll just put it for you to listen. Just 1 second. I'll don't know whether I took the audio or not. I'll do it 1 second. Yeah, it's there. Right.
I would like to share with you just 3 cardinal rules of my ability and longevity. One, surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. Two, slowly is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. And three, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the
bottom of the next mountain. It came on a WhatsApp status, so 30 seconds it got cut. So the message is first two sessions, first two cardinal rules are definitely meant for Pankaj. When she comes, I think she is lighting up everyone by her presence. That's the first rule, and that's why she is here. And the second one is the most important one, which I liked and I learned from this after this video, is slowest is the fastest way of reaching your goal or you're reaching your purpose. So in today's session, if you have noticed, Pankaj may be moderate in her processor, and that slowness has brought in so much of clarity and depth in her presentation and in her experience. So I have also learned, and I'm keeping it in mind, I'm fast in my right brain processor. So I'm putting this video as my regular recalling or reminder that slowest is the fastest way, because you don't make mistakes, and in the process of reaching there you are able to reach faster. I think it's a bit of tricky rule, but I think it's a great message only because of the trickiness there. So I could just connect this video with today's session. Slowest, yes, it took a lot of time, and I had to really push her into doing that and getting into this one. Always she felt that maybe I'm not still ready, maybe I'm not still ready. But I think finally she has really given an excellent session. I think there is no flaw in it, and I think 10 on 10 is the kind of I would say my feedback is 10 on 10. I think you have done excellent job. This is not end. Now only you are beginning your mentor's journey. The right brain is now only going to work, and I'm sure, like Ona said, you must become a great trainer, teacher. I have been always telling that Pankaj is the best, Spark trainer in the network, because so much of clarity and so much of patience. I think Brinda, Bartika, and Pankaj, all the three queens are very, very apt and ideal for the entry level training. And I'm sure you will do that as well. And definitely with your lot of healing tools, you will be a great transformer in the human lives. I'm sure all that who are coming into touch with you will definitely get mesmerized and get benefited with your guidance and mentoring. All the very best, Pankaj. I'm very proud of you and happy that you are there in the family, and you will be the mother of the family all the time to come. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your blessings, and thank you, family. Thank you.